How's it going, guys? I'm back to testing some standard here for Leon Spotlight Series. And yeah, we are playing the Big Boogie Man Lesson Stack. Still around. People are still playing close to the same list. There also have been some variations. People have been cutting the talent entirely. Yeah, there might be reasons for that. Like it's potentially better into the green decks, as you know, the other is fast enough of a clock and you'd rather have more interaction or whatever into those. But yeah, I'm going with the sort of core list that most that was core and that is still popular, because I also just want to get a feel for the core list maybe before I something else, because I actually have not played that much with this deck. I took a bit of a break from standard after the World Championship, because I had the Timeless tournament right after the Arena Championship, and then Christmas holidays and all of that happened. A little bit of a break from Magic entirely. So I actually do not have that many reps under my belt with this deck. Again, we didn't find it in our testing, which was, not great. But, so it goes. So here I am playing the deck. Yeah, this list, I think, is pretty stock, pretty basic. There's one copy of Rahl Crackling Wit instead of a Monument to Endurance, which is a bit of a diversification in terms of kill conditions, to just make sure that you're not like running out of threats, I guess. And Rahl is just good in the mirror match, I think, because you can bounce it, but you can't kill it. Stuff like that. I think that's sort of the reason behind it. It's it's with Gran in play, or Artist Talent on level 2, you play a ton of spells as well, which of course brings you very quickly to that Storm ultimate, and that one will usually do the trick. So yeah, that's, I guess, what Rahl does in the main deck. Sideboard, also pretty straightforward. We have 3 copies of Null, one of the best cards in the mirror match, and also another matchup like against Izzet Looting, quite good. We have Soul Guide Lantern 3 times for Reanimator, of course. I think it's also decent in the mirror match, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Detect Intrusion as a one-off and 2 Flash Freezes. More counterspelled Flash Freeze, of course, now in response to all the green decks being popular and the Landfall deck being basically a mono-green deck. Another 1-mana removal spell, which, is nice against the elves on turn 1, of course, to not fall behind, or mono-red, I suppose. 1 copy of Broadside Barrage, some respect for the Kaitos out there. Second Rahl, 2 Quantum Riddler, and a 1 Tong Librarian, some alternative threats. 1 Tong, of course, very nice. Also against Landfall, as they search the deck quite often. Yeah, that's the deck. Pretty straightforward. Nothing really has changed. I'm kind of looking forward to making this video, because I think I enjoy playing these type of decks, personally speaking. You do get to cast a lot of spells. I'm a Storm Chaser's tolerant enjoyer, and I can't say no to it, to an Ancestral Recall, right? So yeah, let's see how it goes, I guess. Let's jump into it. Play first. Yeah, sure. Bit awkward with the multiversal and these boomerang basic Storm Chaser talent situation. But we'll figure it out. I think I'm just gonna go Grand turn 1. To get the ball rolling, maybe just play talent turn 2. Seems best. I think you want to get Gran out, because it's just the looting, like the Storm Chaser talent would potentially deal more damage, right? The looting is just so much more. To set you up, to get the graveyard going, to find you everything you need, So now I could go for Boomerang Basics talent, which is very nice. I go Artist Talent. It's also not bad, of course. I already have a looter in play, and my hand is quite good, actually. I think I'm just gonna do this and do it first as well. I don't know, this might be wrong, but this is just how I'm gonna do it. Do it first because I see an extra card here that I can loot away with the Gran if it's like a bad one. Yeah, I guess I don't see an extra card. I guess I just have all the same. Switch this one, I guess. Sacred Foundry makes me think I'm playing against Boros mono red aggro, yeah. Slick shot. Oh, firebending lesson is a nice one. Yeah, so now we can just do the same play again. That will make my Gran online. Here we go. Attack 4. Discard. Nah. Discard the talent, honestly, yeah. Sequence correctly here, because Spirebluff Canal could have been the last card drawn there, and then we could have had it played untapped. And yeah, holding up removal against the Slick Shot here. They want to get full board plus Boros Charmed into Oblivion. Gotta be careful with my Firebending lesson against full bore. Huh. Interesting. I guess I won't block. It looks like they got nothing. They got nothing. I'm just gonna shoot here. Alright, yeah, I mean, they're super dead. Yeah. They just conceded. I mean, this is just, if you let this deck do its thing, I mean, now we're gonna play Talent and Monument attack. Trigger the Monument. We could make a Treasure. I have both these spells still up to trigger the Monument twice again with the Artist Talent, theoretically. Although, I guess that doesn't work because we don't have any cards in hand. But like, we would need to discard one of them to the other. In any case, the game was over. Flash Freeze. Well, it does not only counter green spells, it also counters red spells. Denriall can go, it's too slow. Nova Hellkite, quite annoying against like Stonechaser's Talent. Quantum Riddler is actually kind of nice, maybe. Big, beefy blocker. I definitely like the Torch and Flash Freeze put into the deck. I mean, not amazing, but Broadside Barrage is interesting, Riddler is interesting. So I have like 5 cards. But I'm also not sure if I want all of them. This is a matchup where I'm skeptical about the talent. The Gran also probably gets shot down by a Shock very often. They have the, oh yeah, they have the Magebane Lizard sideboard. Actually, well, it's actually not that. Like all these removals that kill it. I don't know if I want Broadside Barrage. It's probably too clunky on the draw. Probably don't need the Riddler. And then I'll make it cut like this. Cut it at Quench here, maybe. Maybe cut one talent. How do I feel about the basics? It's I don't really have they don't have really targets for it that I'd care about. Yeah, but whatever. I don't know. It's not great here. It's only really good if I draw my talent, but I just cut a talent, so maybe I should have left in a talent over the 4th basics, to be honest. Because the basics is just unfortunate if I don't draw talent. No. Yeah, probably. I guess it's on tcgplayer.com. Read Duke made a sideboard guide for this deck, I believe. Deck guide, so check that out, and that's what I'm going to check out now as well. So I will notice sideboarding. You know, the list is a little bit outdated, but oh, it looks like it was Seth, which makes Seth. Oh yeah, no, it was Reed. I clicked on the wrong article. I clicked on the tournament deck. It was Reed who wrote a very extensive deck guide, which is awesome, and he mentions. He doesn't mention mono red. GG. Well, the deck was not very popular at that time. I think only one person played it at the World Championship. So understandable he missed that one. I think this is a little too many lands, even though it's a nice start. This I can work with. Oh man, this would be a great 7-card hand. 3 lessons and Ancestral Recall. I guess I could just bottom Gran, huh? Maybe the call here, because like it nullifies their removal. I do want to shock on turn 1 anyways while I'm on the draw. So I don't necessarily even want to play the Gran, and I already have all my lessons to enable this, so I don't even need the digging power of Gran. Sure, Gran is very powerful if left unchecked, but my opponent could also just have a Burst Lightning in their hand. Kill it immediately, so... Magebane Lizard without something like a Soul Guide Lantern to protect against the Combustion Technique doesn't even seem that powerful, to be honest. You just have too many effects that, you know, deal that amount of damage. Okay, so I'm gonna down to 1 card. Do I want to kill this now? Probably. I mean, could be some weird combination of double full bore to get me if I do it like in combat. I wouldn't do it in combat. I would take the 1 probably, but yeah, like, or Boros Charm giving indestructible is also a thing. I don't really know what else I would kill. I guess that, but oh, that I couldn't even kill that. It's too big. So yeah, perfect. All right, I mean, I could risk it for the biscuit here. I guess my opponent doesn't even have a land. All right, fine, I'll risk it. Okay, worked out. You will be dead. I have a monument, but no looting. Cycle my Boomerang basics for a lot of mana. 4 mana in total. It's not great, but something. I could have also... Okay. Gosh. Well, I think I have to do it. I don't have to play my monument, right? I can leave up my removal. Jesus Christ. This is bad. This is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah. Okay. I'm at 5. They have 0 cards in hand. I hope I'm not like losing this game. Like, they could easily win this game if they just draw runner. Okay, well... I'm just gonna play 1 monument and hold up this lesson. Removal. Okay. Good. So now I guess we'll just draw cards. Ooh. So I'll do that first. Ancestral Recall. Flash Freeze. Well, that's a nice one. Okay. Now I should have things locked up pretty much. Discard Gran. Just draw some cards, I guess. Okay. Hit him. It is. Do I just want to draw more cards, or do I want to deal damage? I guess I just want to draw more cards. I don't think I'm at the point where I already have to deal the damage. Okay, up. Yeah, this was pretty clean. I mean, we have a lot of cheap removal. We had very good hands, to be fair. They lined up perfectly against theirs. They also mulligan in game 2. The Magebane Lizard just died to the Iros, which was just perfect. Yeah, then just a better late game took over. Didn't draw any talents, and the Boomerang Basics was terrible, as presumed. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. If you had like more of this in the sideboard, you could change the basics for it, I guess, and keep the... Like, you want to keep the lessons count high. That's why I was like hesitant to side it out, I think. But maybe you can be a little bit more aggressive on the lessons, like cutting them a little bit more. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Play first. Yeah, sure. I have the. I believe that the top of my deck is spells, not more lands. I believe. Optimistic. I'm hopeful. Or boomerang basics. Talent. I want to play that. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think so. I think I want to be mana efficient. So I would hate it if they deep cavern bad. They deep cavern bad my draw spell, then I would be really in top deck mode. Now I at least have like 2 more cards. They can take my combustion technique. That's fine. Live with that probably because I at least like, you know, I have another spell to cast and like if I had played a talent here, oh, nothing. Now I can just activate the talent. They have nothing here? Wow. Surprising. What hand did they keep, you know? Oh. It's not what I thought it is, I guess. Okay. What the heck? Soul Tie. What black card are they playing? What blue card are they playing? I mean, they're probably playing Riddler. Yeah. I think I just have to return that thing. Not great. Not great. I will give to that. That's not a great play, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. There's the Riddler. Very grave shocked. Hit me for 6. They're 12 already. I mean, I got these others in play, so they're like, okay, sure. You're under a bit of pressure too. They might have the Harmonizer, I guess. But I have a Chump Blocker. Harmonizer plus removal. I don't think I can stay back for 2 others here. That's just too passive. The 4 damage is just a lot of damage. I gotta attack. I don't even know what's going on. Like, they might not even play Might Form Harmonizer, to be honest. They might just be some sort of Demir mid-range control deck that's not utilizing all these landfall cards. That's just utilizing the World Wagon with something. I don't know, maybe with the 2/4. Whatever, the Ice Tool Explorer. If they can Riddler here and attack, that would be pretty annoying. No. Okay. Okay. Well, this game is getting interesting now. Alright. Can do the little trick here of casting Talent, casting Ancestral. Do I need double red? Probably not. No way I need double red, so I don't really need to play this land right now. I could have also just returned the Combustion Technique. That would have actually not been a good play because I only have... actually would have been... No, it would not. Not have been a good play. Okay. That's actually pretty good. I could choose not to play the Grand, theoretically. Probably should, though. Interesting. I think I'm discarding this, although it does kill that. What's going on here? This monument is gonna deal them 3 damage with the talent, so maybe just don't discard anything. I kind of have lethal setup here. And also playing both creatures makes it so that it's a higher likelihood I could put them to 3. I guess they can play the origins to go up to 6, huh? If I find an instant, I can still kill them, right, with Monument. Yeah. And if they attack with the Word Wagon, I mean, they probably can't attack with the Word. I'll just take it, and the creature of theirs is tapped. Alright, what do you find? The end. Oh man. That must have been a misstep, right? They left it on top. I mean, I guess they could leave... But if you leave it on top, you put it under the cottage, so you at least draw the cottage. Okay. Oh, and now they mistapped. Oh my god, that's brutal. That was actually kind of neat. But they mistapped. That's freaking brutal. They should have at least attacked the Word Wagon here as well. In any case, I mean, yeah, it's, I guess we're on the ladder here. Could activate the talent first, but I don't think that makes sense. Like the free mana mode. Let's discard the land, I guess. Alright, the GG. GG. Okay, so it's sort of like Sultai control, I guess. Deadly cover up. This flag is good against them. All good against them. One Shitong. Maybe Ral. Ral probably. This firebending lesson seems pretty bad. Ars demonstration seems iffy. Boomerang basics seems questionable. Alright, let's bring in the Ral. Maybe Flash Freeze. They might have, I think I know what they have. They have the Necropsy, right? At least maybe both. Broadside in, 2 Riddlers in. Kind of want this card as well. You cut the basics. Like, I'm going really low on lessons now. But maybe that's fine. Let's see how much lessons. Let's read cut. Let's go control 7 lessons. He also plays 1 more than I do, though, I think. Maybe not. Alright, so he cut 7, I cut 6 so far. So I guess I'm allowed to cut 1 more. The One Shitong is interesting. I mean, they don't seem to have that much search, though. Maybe maybe they just have the Word Wagon. I don't know. The Detect Intrusion countering something like something annoying seems kind of nice, but it could also be terrible. They have to worry about sideboard cards. They have Quasi-Revenant in the deck. Maybe I'll just leave it on Iros. Oh yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I mean, they play World Wagon, so they are incentivized to play 4 power creatures. We saw 2 of them. Maybe they have more. They have Quasi-Revenant. It's also a card that works better with creatures. So that seems great. I also could have trimmed Gran. That's a card that Reed is trimming in his guide a lot. Never trims them all. He says he always keeps in at least 1 because it can sort of serve as a Sapphire medallion in the late game. Like you can play it when you already have drawn a bunch of cards, have 3 lessons in play, and then you can just like go off. The same vein. Cruel Claw Heist. Jesus, that's a double black pip card in a 2-color deck. Sorry, in a 3-color deck, I meant to say. I guess. Hmm. Interesting choice. I'm just gonna ditch this maybe. Might bite me. Could also ditch the Agna. Just pretty reasonable, but yeah, I don't know. Okay. Could play the Wisdom, but if I find a good card, then they just take that card, so it doesn't diff. Flash freeze. Pretty sure I'm just meant to take the Wisdom, meant to cast the Wisdom here. Take the Talent. Oh my god. Oh. Like, oh. Like, these duress effects are like fine against this deck, but they're not very good when your opponent has a looter in play to draw 2 cards per turn. Tell you that much. A little unfortunate this land comes into play tapped next turn. It only cares about basic lands. I guess I could have discarded the Technique, played this for 2 mana, and then play this land. It'd have actually been worth it, huh? You can also make... Oh no, that doesn't work, no. Let's draw a card. Talent. I guess I can play both of them. It's a bit bad into Deadly Cover-Up. Opponent missed a land drop. They have 2 spells in hand. I'm gonna do it. It's also another card I can loot away. Interesting one. I think I'm just gonna kill the World Wagon here. I don't want them to gain more mana. Attack. I think I'm discarding the Talent. I kind of wanted this, maybe, I guess. Well, I'll cast this. I don't exactly know what I'm doing here, but what I want to do is I just want to return the draw free. Well, that's pretty insane, actually, too. Might just do that instead. Yeah, okay, that's nuts. I was going to like return the draw free and then just draw free. Yeah, Gran just makes this deck broken. But you know, I'm also happy playing a Riddler here. Riddler with Artist Talent is also super fun. And we have Flash Freeze up. Yeah, it's a pity we didn't find this for Worlds. Okay. It's something. Now I can return my draw free, but luckily I get the Riddler. That's fine. I'm happy I chose a treasure, even though I didn't need it this turn, over the damage. It just sets me up very nicely for next turn. So I can have Quantum plus Flash Freeze up. What is this? I could... I'm trying to figure out the best sequencing. So I can... Loot draw? No, that don't make sense. I mean, I can empty my hand to draw 2 with Riddler, I guess. Then I don't hold the Flash Freeze up, which might be fine, whatever. Yeah. I don't care about that one. I care about drawing cards. They could have Deadly Cover, but at this point it just doesn't matter. Like my engine, like if they Wrath my board, whatever. I got Artist Talent plus Monument. I don't care about anything anymore. Probably have Fuller here somehow, some way, maybe. Can deal 6 with the Monument. Right, I forgot about that. That's funny. Sure, now I deal them 3, I guess. So I'll cast this, discarding the second one. Triggering that. It's just draw a card because I want to find a remove. Come on. Twice. Oh, did I screw up with the Riddler? I did, didn't I? Oopsie. Well, we're learning. Yeah, I think I could have drawn more cards if I just play my stupid island there. Yeah. Oopsie. Missed out on a card. Well, learning. So, yeah, let's do this. If I draw an instant here, I win. I not. So I can put him to 7. I don't have an instant anymore. So I guess I'll just do this. Draw a card so I find an instant so I can deal 6 next upkeep. Did not find the damage I needed to find. But that's okay. Add 2 green. Daylight. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm woozy. Doesn't matter. I won the game, but like, obviously, I flash freeze here and deal them 6 with the other set. I think I was just somewhere else. Okay. Yeah. This deck feels good. This deck feels good. It's fun to play. Doing all these shenanigans. Good deck. Alright, let's go. Love all these opening hands. But to be fair, I mean, this deck plays a decent land count and has a lot of cheap spells. There's a high range of hands you can just keep with this deck. But I mean, I'm kind of running hot here a little bit too, I would think. A6 is nice against Order. Let's discard the Wisdom. The Combustion. Yeah, let's discard. Mountain can be a little bit awkward, but it also doesn't deal me damage. I do have another blue anyways. Oh no, I could be punished by not putting this on island here, because I might want to loot away them. I don't know. Probably just gonna bounce and then draw free. Yeah, the mountain is awkward, isn't it? Probably. Looting. I should not have played it. I should have just paid my. I should have just taken my medicine. So, Grand's gonna die. Bounce this berry. So I bounce it. I discard abandoned attachments. And then I'm golden. I'm stuck with this stupid mountain. Could also just not attack, I guess. It's not attack. Not be a greed lord. Crazy that I just have the Grand online here and just draw free this early in the game. Well, I didn't really get punished because I never drew another blue source, I guess. Could have gotten punished though. I guess I can attack the trade. Fire bending less. It's like the reduction on these spells doesn't really work because I don't have the mana to cast them anyways. Like this costs 2, this costs 2, but because of the 2 mountains, won't matter. Sacrifice my Grand. It's kind of nutty, maybe. But like, how am I losing, you know? How am I losing spot? I think I'm discarding a talent. Okay. Annoying, I guess. Second level. Yeah, that's actually kind of... Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I think I'm doing this. I just discard talent again. I think the artist talent is worth more. I'm at 17, so like, whatever they do here, sure, they won't be able to kill me. Or even get close to it. I mean, I could have double Riddler hit me for 10. I felt like it's fine to tap out there. I just really want to make my land drops, you know, to start doing more things. Give up. Makes sense. Okay. Do they have like Soulgun Lantern as the main hate piece and a Knoll? Riddler's good here, I think, because they don't really have good ways to deal with that one. Let's see what Reed says. Okay, takes out 3 firebending lessons, 3 Grands, and an abandoned attachment. He adds a torch tower. Let's take in the... The Riddlers. Null's gotta be good, right? Like, they have Talent, they have Fear, they have Burners potentially, they have Soul Guide Lantern, and they have the Siege. The Siege is probably the strongest card in the matchup. Okay, so take out Gran. I think Ral is maybe a little too weak in this matchup. On the draw, I think on the play I could see it. Take out the Lessons, add in a Torch, and then maybe add in the Broadside. They didn't play Broadside. Oh, the Soul Guide Lantern. You have something against Dare. Recent lists have not been playing Internet Stories. I don't love it. I don't know. I don't like it that much. Ral, just kill one of their two. If they would still be all playing 4 Winter Night Stories, I would probably just add the Lantern. But I don't think they are necessarily. I think like recent lists have been shaving Winter Night in favor of 4 Sieges. Sure, it's not perfect. But I obviously would have like a removal spell. I would like that, but I'll take. I mean, have basics, so I can at least. Okay, so I'll just kind of have to bounce both of these, I think. I mean, I have to draw free, so if they don't have Lantern, I'm gonna at least, you know, catch up on cards here. I think I just discard the Monument. Could discard Mountain. Oh. Stupid. Holy fuck. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. Sorry about the swearing. Now that I know that children are watching. Yeah, I should have discarded the Wisdom just to enable my thing, but it looks like maybe they're having a null up anyway. Damn, that was bad. That was really... I guess I can double draw free here. It's insane. Well, I can't double draw free, I can only draw free once. We want to play around a null at least. They have Spell Pierce, okay. This means they can counter this. Definitely not great. It's only gonna cast one spell anyways. Yeah, I just Giga screwed up this game by not discarding the Wisdom in the first place. Now I'm stuck with these expensive cards in my hand. If I would have discarded the Wisdom in the first place, I could have just started my turn with Monument maybe. Or like I start my turn with Wisdom, right? And then I see what I do. And maybe I'll cast the Monument, eat up the Spell Pierce. I mean, I would have had 3 Monuments in my hand, right? If I hadn't discarded the first one. So I probably just play it, eat up a Null or Spell Pierce, and then I don't even have to attack, right? Like I have my Grand still in play. So yeah. Really bad. That was terrible. Yeah, I mean, that was probably just game deciding the way I played that. The third cycle. Being, yeah, just a little impatient. Not impatient, but just bad sequencing, I guess. Not thinking. Not thinking it. I got giga punished for what it's worth. Like the cards I have in my hand are like the worst cards I could have drawn possibly. All my expensive stuff. Really needed this Grand. Yeah, it's PG. It happened. Play bad. Lose games. Okay, I'm gonna gamble that this draws an untapped land because I really need one. Kaito, yeah. Spell Pierce is also good against Ral. Let's just run it back. I don't like the Grand, honestly. It's so messed up. Cut talent. Like these decks are also, I don't know how many torches they keep in, but it's definitely annoying that they can't. Like for them, it's a little annoying that they think about that. And the torch is just not that great in a lot of spots. I guess Grand is just not that good against these blockers. Let's play the towel. Good X. Getting that into play seems quite nice. It's kind of and 5. That's a really freaking good turn, actually. Holy shout. It's about the worst that I could have imagined. I am a little bit in trouble. Even getting close to delirium now. What do I do? Guess I can hope to find a removal spell for this Tiger Seal. I need to find some removal. How do I do it though? I'm cooked. I'm kind of cooked. Maybe I need to start with this. Discarded one of them. Okay. 12. I wonder about the fear. Maybe I need to kill that. Scaring me. Especially with this guy in play. Getting the loot by killing the seal is nice, but I need to be responsible here. Also, this thing can't attack maybe next turn. Okay. Your turn. That was pretty decent outcome, I guess. Now we have free lessons in the bin, so as long as they don't have Soul Guide Lantern, we have some very good outs. Yeah, we have a Monument, Talent going, a Grand in play. Opponent Siege. They have another mana play. Yikes. They really had the freaking nuts against me here, to be fair. Like, it couldn't have gone any better for them, I feel like. This was more than unfortunate. The way this was drawn up, exactly. Like, having Duelist plus Basics plus Siege. Could have had a removal for the Grand, I guess I would have died. I discarded these Annuls. I mean, when I discarded the Siege, I don't know, I felt like... Also, I was probably having to cast a Combustion Technique or an Iris Demonstration that turn anyways. I really need to dig, so I don't think I made a mistake there. It's just... I kind of played into their cards very badly, I suppose, but sometimes there's just no choice. So now I'm just dead. Need to find a removal, but then I still die to a bunch of top decks. I'm not dead. Yes. But tend to have 2 lands in there. I definitely punted away game. That would have maybe been a win. I did get really unlucky in game 2 as well, drawing like all my expensive cards. All 3 monuments and a Riddler and like talents. I would say I was impressed how good Boomerang Basics performed. Tempo of that card was quite strong. To be fair, they again had the complete nuts with Tiger Seal turn 1, Fear of Missing Out turn 3. They had a 1 mana free on turn 1 that was able to attack every turn. Which is, that's sort of modern power level stuff, or at least modern more than 5 years ago. Maybe today Modern. The 1-mana free Fiontin winner. Well, Nakata is not that impressive. But that was just extremely, like, their draw was, it couldn't have gone any better. Like, their draw was absolutely draw possible. Maybe besides a torch effect for my Gran, that would have been potentially even better than, but it couldn't have gotten much better than this. This was like a 95% draw out of 100%. And then I don't think I had that many moves, honestly. I need to find like another combustion technique. Just only having one removal, or if I had to find a boomerang basics, maybe I survive. I could have played turn 2 differently. I could have hold up a null instead of playing the talent. Felt like I was able to sort of set my thing up, and like if I hold up a null, just play the duelist maybe. Just then I can play the abandoned attachments, discard the null anyways, right? Like it's just a little awkward anyhow. Yeah, crazy how good the boomerang basics was there, I suppose. Really good tempo effect. That was a cool match to play, very interesting. Game 2, Giga punted. Probably could have won this 2-0 if I didn't play that so badly. But yeah, interesting. Lots of learnings for sure, which is nice. It's Gran card. It's been I feel like in almost every opening hand. Yeah, I guess you could really see the power of Tiger Seal against Gran. When you all of a sudden have a 1-mana card that just blocks at turn 1 and also deals a ton of damage. I mean, Tiger Seal is extremely impressive when it works, right? Like when it works, it's an insane card. And when it doesn't, it looks pretty embarrassing. But yeah, I mean, the Izzet deck, of course, is maximized to make it work. There is that. Is this blue-black bounce, maybe? Looks like it. They have like fear of isolation, boomerang basics, yeah. They don't play the balance. Okay, so they have spell pierce. Oh, they don't have spell pierce. What the frick? Confused. I was thinking about casting this, but then if they have spell pierce, I'd rather cast this. But casting this obviously after putting monument in play is kind of nicer. So holding this for turn 4 would have been kind of better, in a way. Take 4, go to 13. Hopeless Nightmare is not a thing anymore, so they don't really have that much reach. They're playing Kuruk. The odds of them having Kaito in their deck is somewhat low, I would think. Kaito would be another way to deal more damage. So I might just play the monument here, honestly. What's this? Yeah. A little scary. Not doing much in terms of interacting, so just we're both kind of playing solitaire right now. They did kill my Gran, I guess. They did interact with me. And again, maybe the boomerang basics could be quite annoying here at bouncing the monument to endurance, setting me back. Something I would say any lessons player really has to be aware of, how boomerang basics would affect their turns playing out. The swamps are looking awkward. Right. me to 6, I go to 7. They have a lot of pressure and they have the Legend of Korra coming, so this game is gonna get tight. Yeah, I can start by abandoned attachments. I think I just have to draw a bunch of cards here, honestly, right? I could make a treasure and draw 1. I guess we make the decision after we're doing this. The Iros is kind of nice, to be honest. 3 in hand. Treasure. I go to 5. I cast Iris, deal these 2 away, then go to 5. They tap land. They have a Kuruk and they have a couple 1/1s next turn. Kill the Kuruk. Kill the Kuruk immediately. Might be better for me. But I also don't have much gasoline left. Just have 1 extra card, another card from the draw step. Not looting anything. Alright, I'll make a treasure. I guess worst case, that's pretty good. Worst case, I could have like, if I've only like drawn lands for the next 2 draw steps with this one and the next, I could still activate the talent and then play the untapped land that I've hopefully drawn. If it's 2 Spirebluff Canals, okay, GG. But and then I can still cast this, and then I can make like maybe a treasure or 2 treasures. This deck is cute and all, but I think it's like one of the absolute worst choices in the format because it doesn't have permanent answers to Monument or Talent, so it's a hugely unfavored, I think, in this matchup. And it's also not very good against the cup decks in my experience. So it's just not a great position to be in. So now we have 2 extra turns, it seems. It's kind of free. It runs into Get Out, I guess, which is a card they play. Really need this to resolve, don't I? I mean, I don't need to have it resolved, but it would be nice. Then go Firebending Lesson and still cast Quench. How much do I want to play around Get Out? How much do I want to play around Get Out? See that? At 18, 12. I feel far enough behind to have to okay, pass the turn, I guess. Oh, that was a mistake, I think. Should not have played that. Yeah, this deck is not that easy to play, not gonna lie. I should not have played that because I needed to discard it. Frick. Awkward. Well, we'll see. I mean, yeah, it is how it is. Certainly a misplay, I think, but it's fine. Figure it out. If I don't, yeah, I might not be punished by doing so. I might be rewarded actually by doing so as well. There might be a situation where I actually am very happy to have the land in play, and where I didn't really need to discard it, or I didn't need the Quench. I'm happy to discard the Quench. That could be the situation next turn, or this turn. And if I need the quench, I guess I need to get rid of the Ral. But it's also not the worst case, maybe. Probably make it work. This is interesting. I'm just gonna deal 6. Deal 6, deal 6. Already have the setup. Don't need it. And if they don't have an instant speed way to remove one of these monuments, they die. It does turn the corner pretty quickly. Remember, I can still make 2 treasures as well. La 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 la. Okay, I haven't made a land drop. Sorry, I'm unnecessarily slowing this. I do have Giga Lethal, right? Because I have. But like, theoretically, if they like bounce the monument response or something, I could still lose. Could also lose to the rope. Not capable of finding a land. Okay. I just wanted to do it this way, so at least, like, if I find a land there, I can play the land and then combustion technique the 2/3, which leaves them with just the 1/1. So if they have a bounce in response, I still win. Or at least I don't die to the 1/1, right? Like the 1 just deals me 1 damage. Here I would have died if they had a bounce. I guess I could have cast Firebending Lesson and make 2 treasures and just cast another Firebending Lesson, right? If they have the bounce. Bounce with Artist Talent trigger. I guess I'll just make 1 treasure, right? And then I cast another lesson and make another treasure. And deal them 3, I guess. They go to 3, I killed the fear, so it would have worked out anyways. Okay, complicated situation. Okay, Annul seems pretty nice. Firebending Lesson seems pretty bad. Riddler, Ral, Broadside for the Kuruk. Iris Demonstration seems fine. Just take out the Gran, I guess, again. Do I want the Ral here? Seems kind of nice, but I feel like my engine's already so good. This, it's fine. It prevents the Kuruk from coming back. Yeah, I'll just have one. Like, them not being able to interact with the Monument talent stuff. So it's, I mean, they will probably have like 3 copies of Annul, I guess. They showed me Spell Pierce in game 1 already. It's nice also that it gets around Get Out. Yeah, maybe I should have the second round in, I suppose. Fine. Not great. But I'm not gonna mulligan. Res. Res. Riddler's pretty good against these duresses. I'll say that much. Maybe I should have cut all the firebending lessons. They're having 4 techniques. And 2 arrows. Makes them kind of obsolete. It's gonna be tough to empty my hand with this Riddler. Wait one more turn, I guess. I can also bounce my Riddler with the basics, which is kind of neat. I think I'm going to try to set that up next turn. They're missing land drops, what it's worth. It's pretty good. Should have done this with trigger on the stacks, slight miss sequence, but getting punished for it. Could be a Spell Pierce theoretically too. Should make a move. I don't know, I don't have to make a move. I could just wait until I draw the land. I'm just gonna... I don't want to run into a Spell Pierce with the basics. I want to hold up this Quench. I can counter Kuruk. That resolved really quickly. Makes me think they don't have the Spell Pierce. Maybe they have a null? They have a null. Not countering that. Interesting. They do have a null 100%, yeah. Okay, good to know. The arena tells are brutal. Freaking brutal. Nothing. Alright, because I want to hold up a null. Makes sense. Okay. I think I'm just gonna empty my hands here. Is that crazy? Not scared of Kuruk. Like, is there some creature? Maybe they have Riddler, I guess. I will annul that now. Should have annulled it on the first one. I'm just gonna cast this while they're tapped out. Although then I don't have these 2 up. Yeah. I might need both of these. I have the Quench, so I don't need to hold the Annul. And I think like countering this makes a lot of their cards a lot worse. The basics, the Fear, whatnot. Could just throw out the Quench so the Riddler becomes better, maybe? Is that crazy? Probably. Am I running into Spell Pierce here? I think I am because I have Riddler. And I don't think they have Spell Pierce in the first place. This would have been a Soul Guide Lantern. I guess I would have had to just play it in response. Which also would have been worked out. But yeah, Ghost Vacuum here, I mean, a little late to the party. Yeah, this is a cool deck, but, you know, the blue-red is just so much better. I think also very much the sort of very close relative to this deck is the Splash Portal, Riddler, Thundertrap, Trainer, Furnace deck, right? The blue-red one. Also, that deck I think is just better than this because it has at least like the Riddler Splash Portal is a somewhat aggressive threat. On turn 3, you can have a 4/6 flyer, which actually kills people. And you just have better grind abilities too. Like this deck, I actually played against this deck at the PT at the World Championship in my first constructed round. And what I did 2 games in a row against them was just sort of trade some blows, kill some creatures, whatever. They killed some of my stuff, and then I just activated my Furnace for 5 mana. And then had the Sauna going and just drawing 2 cards per turn, and they can't do anything about it. And I think my opponent was low on, like, they maybe had like 1 Annul in the sideboard. So they didn't even have many answers for that stuff. And yeah, just Furnace and then like a big song for like 7 rats. That's how I kind of won 2 games in a row against this deck with Otters. It's just that the blue-red decks have Furnace, which is such an insane card against this archetype is kind of brutal, and that's only one of the cards that are good against it, right? So yeah, can't really play that deck, unfortunately. All right, I really enjoyed, this video. I really enjoyed playing these blue-red decks. This deck is really good and really fun to play. And yeah, clearly one of the top choices in the format for Lyon. So you better be prepared for this deck. Have some plan against it, or you will lose. All right, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.